Imagine boarding a plane like any other passenger, then calmly hijacking it, collecting $200,000 in cash, jumping into a violent storm from 10,000 feet, and disappearing forever. More than 50 years later, nobody knows who D.B. Cooper really was. On November 24, 1971, a man using the name Dan Cooper boarded Northwest Orient Flight 305 from Portland to Seattle. He wore a dark business suit, sunglasses, and looked like an ordinary businessman. Shortly after takeoff, he handed a note to a flight attendant, thinking it was his phone number. She slipped it into her pocket. Cooper quietly leaned over and said, "Miss, you'd better read that note. I have a bomb." When she opened it, she realized this was no joke. Cooper briefly opened his briefcase, revealing what appeared to be explosives. He demanded $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck waiting when the plane landed in Seattle. Authorities agreed to every demand. After receiving the money and parachutes, Cooper released all 36 passengers, along with most of the crew. Only the pilots, a flight engineer, and 1 flight attendant remained on board. Cooper then instructed the pilots to fly toward Mexico at a low altitude, a slow speed, with the aircraft's rear staircase lowered. As the Boeing 727 flew through heavy rain over the dark forests of the Pacific Northwest, Cooper tied the ransom money around himself and prepared for the impossible. At approximately 8:13 that evening, the crew felt a sudden upward movement of the aircraft. D.B. Cooper had jumped into the darkness. No one ever saw him again. The FBI launched one of the largest investigations in its history, searching thousands of square miles of rugged wilderness and interviewing hundreds of suspects over the following decades. Despite the massive search, no body, no parachute, and no confirmed trace of Cooper was ever found. Then, in 1980, a young boy discovered nearly $6,000 of the ransom money buried along the banks of the Columbia River. The rest of the money has never been recovered. To this day, investigators remain divided. Some believe Cooper could never have survived the freezing weather, the rough terrain, and a nighttime parachute jump with limited equipment. Others believe he planned every detail, escaped successfully, and quietly disappeared under a new identity. In 2016, after 45 years of investigation, the FBI officially closed the case without ever identifying the man behind the alias. Whether D.B. Cooper died the night he jumped or lived the rest of his life as someone else remains one of the world's greatest unsolved mysteries. If he survived, he pulled off the only unsolved skyjacking in American history, and more than half a century later, nobody knows who he really was.